Hello, and welcome back to Nerds and Stuff. My name is Martin Baker, your host and loop master for this, our Tales from the Loop campaign. Alright, so the camera opens. It is nighttime. It is kind of the middle of the night. We see Bobby looking very fatigued, driving this red Chevy pickup truck down the road. We see Christy in the passenger seat. She's probably leaning her head up against the window or, just wiped out.
Yes.
And then we see Terry and Ethan relatively freezing in the back because it is still desert and it does get very cold in the middle of the night. So they probably have taken the clothes out of the backpack and just kind of wrapped it with a long sleeve button-up shirt kind of wrapped around them. And we're driving pretty slow. You guys come upon a truck, like a utility truck, kind of parked on the side of the road, and it's lights are on, its blinkers on, flashing, and it's just kind of parked on the side of the road. And as you approach, it says Boulder City Electric. Do you slow to a stop?
I do slow down and just California stop.
Okay.
See if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, so as you kind of pull to a stop, you see that the door's open to the cabin, and there's the cabin light, and the engine's still running, and there's just blood everywhere.
And then
inside
I
the
press
cabin.
back on the gas to continue on.
Okay.
We're not gonna get any more
no,
utility belts?
Nope.
No checking, no nothing.
You guys want to stop?
Well, it's your
Well,
car.
I mean, I think we're probably asleep, so if you don't
I
stop...
think
we're too
I
cold
see
to sleep.
all
I'm
that
scared.
blood.
I think Ethan's pretty tired. I think
Yeah.
Ethan would sleep.
But it's super freezing, so you guys can decide, especially if he slows the truck down, it's going to be more dramatic. You might wake up real quick. But you guys basically all see this scene of the utility truck, and once you realize the cushions are torn up, there's blood everywhere, but there's no sign of a body. And so he puts it back in gear, and you guys just keep driving. You guys drive for what feels like a very long time, especially not being so comfortable at driving. It's mostly just in second gear because getting from first to second was not
an
good.
ordeal.
And you have to go up into third? Yeah.
Yep, and so we're not gonna risk it because it just made a lot of grinding sound. And so you're just driving in second gear, just kind of going slow. It takes most...
The night.
It just takes a good 2 or 3 hours. You're not making good time, and you get lost a couple times, so you get back on the main road, and you're getting pretty close to the Peterson farm on the map, and you stop for a second. There's a fork in the road, and you're looking at your map, and you hear some people calling out, and it's just a little bit before dawn. It's definitely freezing, but you hear some people kind of screaming.
So it's 50 degrees. It's freezing in Boulder City.
It's probably even 45.
Oh God!
Yeah.
How can we survive in this?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is as bad as winter gets.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there's no room for them up front?
I was... Fuck them.
To be fair, if all 4 of you got up there, you'd probably
Share the
fit, but
warmth.
it'd be insanely cramped.
Right.
Yeah.
And him trying to drive with...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the stick.
So where is this coming from? So we're on the road.
So you guys kind of hear it. It's very close, but it's off the road in the woods, and you hear voices screaming for help.
And there's no way we couldn't drive the truck through there. We'd have to abandon the truck for a moment.
You'd have to leave the truck to
Investigate.
go help or
California, stop again.
Stop the car, Bobby.
Hello?
You guys stay here. I'm gonna go check this out.
I stopped the car. Actually, that's
Okay.
a good idea. I'm gonna stay in the car and leave it running, waiting to just go.
Yes, leave it running
Deal.
because I might be back in a hurry.
Terry, as you kind of wake yourself up, hop out, you're freezing. You probably actually put on this giant
I'm gonna do
shirt by
some
now.
jogging just to get the blood
Yeah,
flowing.
yeah. As you start running up, you definitely recognize these three voices as those
Yup.
punk-ass
Oh,
kids.
shit.
It's a good thing it was me that went. You guys are just leaving to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you hear them screaming for help, and it sounds like they're up above in a tree near up ahead.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can we three roleplay as those other kids? Terry, this becomes Terry's two groups.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, within
No, I'm
bounds.
just joking,
yeah.
I'm joking.
I actually do that for some
Really?
of my systems. Yeah, I'll have players play NPCs when they're not in the scene, as long as they understand, not to break the scene or do something stupid. But
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna slow down and try to sneak up and see if I can get a little
Absolutely,
bit
roll
up
me
the
a
trees.
sneak.
Alright, I have one dice less now.
Oh, I forget that happens with the conditions.
If only we were lucky.
Get out of here, dice.
Oh,
Six, too.
shit.
That was my good 6 dice. There's one. One
Okay.
success.
There is the sounds of another predatory dinosaur nearby.
Can
You
I see
can't-
this
you-
tree they're in yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
It's a good climbing tree, but you see it's been scratched to hell by what looks like the same scratches as earlier.
Okay. How do I reach these
There's
keys?
there's definitely a raptor nearby.
Yeah.
Just one?
Can how close am I to the tree?
How close are you gonna get?
That's a good sneak check.
Do you have that knife on you?
You just had one success, right?
Yeah.
That'll let you get relatively close, but
Yeah, not.
you won't be able to climb the tree.
I was trying to get
the
like
tree.
whispering distance, but that's not gonna happen.
No.
Because I'm not gonna do a whisper shout with a raptor around.
You do have like your lighter. You could signal them,
Yeah.
which is your lighter, that you're close or something like that, or that you're here.
Do Zippos make as much noise as regular lighters?
Yeah.
Okay.
If not a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends on how obnoxious you are with it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of try to cover it so like the sound doesn't travel.
Yeah.
Try to light it up and just kind of.
Yeah. And help! Who's there?
Shit, I didn't think about that.
They've been yelling the whole time
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So.
But they're looking at me now. Oh yeah, is there any light? Or is it still
No.
pitch black?
I mean,
Okay.
there
I mean,
is
it's nighttime.
it is nighttime and it's fairly cloudy overhead, but there's still like a strong moon. But in this forest, it's really dark.
Alright, I'm gonna put the light back out because that
Okay.
didn't do me any good.
Probably at this time, I'm assuming someone would have like maybe yelled in for you to see like if you need help or anything. Is that something one of
Yeah,
you
no,
would
I'm
probably
gonna.
do?
At this point, I'm going back to the truck. 'Cause
Okay.
There's nothing I can do on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my roll another sneak to go back. Or
Nope, you're
okay.
good.
I'll just go back and tell them the situation.
What is the situation? What information do you
I
disclose?
tell them there's the 3 kids. They're up in a tree, and there's a raptor that's been trying to get at them up the tree.
How are we gonna get them down?
I tell them there's 3 kids up a tree.
Yeah.
Not which kids it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Perfect.
I think we would still try to save those kids.
Maybe. but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hedging my bets.
Well, how do we get...
Now the forest is thin enough to where you might be able to drive, but it's going to be very difficult.
Also,
What kind of check is it? It's
but,
another
like,
tinker check.
that means that we'd have to get out fast,
'Cause
and
I
there's no
roll
way you can get.
1 on tinker now.
But if we can get this,
It's probably a
guys, if we can get this truck underneath the tree, they can jump into the back of the truck and we can get out of here.
And then the raptor will also jump into the back of the truck.
Hey, we're on the inside of the truck.
I'm gonna
Fuck
look
them.
around. Is there any long sticks that are fairly hefty around?
Yes.
I want to get one. Wait, we don't have any tape. No, we have rope. You said.
Did we have
We
50
didn't
feet
pick
of
it
rope?
up. We did not pick up that 50 feet of rope.
It was there, but I had nobody specifically say
All right, then I'm
it.
gonna take some clothes and try to make a spear out of my knife and a stick. I'm gonna do my crafting.
You gonna make a spear?
I'm gonna make a
Is
spear.
this like your saw on the end of the...
Yes. But this is to keep raptors away.
Okay, to make a giant branch into a spear would probably take a decent amount of time.
Or are you just
Do you
taping
feel like
your
you
knife
have that
to
time?
it?
Oh, that's not going to be a good one. It's just going to be stick, clothes, tie. So it's not going to be good. It probably won't even work, but that's what I have.
Gotcha.
I won't even put a +1 item down. I'm just
Okay.
going to have it for story purposes.
Deal. You make a very wobbly spear.
You know.
What do you guys do? Help! Please
Yeah,
help
that's
us!
fair.
Bobby, I
Help.
might be able to drive it in there.
You're gonna drive it?
I think I can. I think I know
Will you,
how
for
the
the love of
mechanics
God,
work.
take your rollerblades off, though?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
took them out a
sick-
while ago.
I'm sick of hearing.
Yeah, you're sliding all over the back of this car.
All right, so you back it up,
You two in front.
and then we'll be in back to help them jump
Get a
down.
big. Let's. Actually, I'm gonna take the knife off this stupid stick. Get a stick, and if the raptor comes, we just push its face away.
So we're gonna be like
gonna buy time.
Orman as you back it up.
Yeah, you back
Yeah.
it up.
Is there hand crank radios? It's like you generate enough power to listen to it for a minute, right?
Yeah, it's not a transmitting radio.
Yeah.
But would it make noise?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we throw that in a different direction?
To distract him.
Yes, I would like to do that with the hand crank radio since it's not.
Okay, so we have us in the back of the truck with two big sticks. I'm like laying down, like very low.
I might recommend, mostly just for cinematic reasons, just driving up to the tree instead of backing up to it, because
Oh,
it's going to make a
definitely.
lot of sound. Because I know
Yeah.
you kept saying back it up, but I was like thinking drive it up and kind of turn
Oh,
it,
yeah.
turn
Oh,
it
we're
next
definitely
to it.
driving
Yeah.
it forward.
It's like don't back through the woods with a kid who's never driven a truck before.
Right, we're definitely going forward through
Yeah.
the woods.
Yeah.
Because that's the other hard part too, is driving a stick in reverse is really fucking hard for your first time driving.
And at night with no headlights.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you have headlights, you don't
taillights,
have
I mean.
reverse taillights, yeah. Alright, so Ethan's gonna drive
Don't
through
scratch
this woods.
Don't scratch my new car.
Okay.
Ethan.
Alright,
Scratch it all you
Ethan, I'm
want.
gonna need a tinker manipulation check from you.
Can I help? Because I'm there.
Yeah?
There's going to be a murdered woman, and we're
So,
driving the
Terry
truck.
and Bobby are in the back with sticks, right?
Yes.
This is kind of like
I'm cranking that
giant
radio.
baseball bats, so to
We're
speak.
essentially just hoping to hold them off just for like a half
I-
a second.
Yeah.
I
before
take
we
you
go.
hand crank that radio. It has a sound.
And
Uh,
I'm still crank. I'm just gonna crank it the entire
Yeah,
time
so you
we're
just
in there.
crank it until it's fully charged. I need a tinker from Ethan.
Oh my god!
You're the worst team.
Okay, wait. Let's see what happens if I roll 1.
I'm gonna use.
God damn it!
I'm using a luck point.
Okay. So
My
you
last
start
luck
driving
point.
and you almost hit a tree like right off the path.
One
One.
success.
Okay, and everybody's like, Ethan, what the fuck?
Shit,
You know, like-
Ethan.
yeah, and so you like swerve really hard and you start to get a feel for it as you're starting to drive. You know, this is probably the second time ever. Jeff took you once, it didn't go well.
Right. The rest
Yeah.
of this is just like hypotheses and thoughts.
Yeah, watching Dad drive. Yeah. So you start driving nice and slow. You guys are driving through these woods. You hear these kids screaming, and you hear off in the distance, "Grr!" like this dinosaur kind of calling out. And you guys can't see what's going on, but you can hear, and you know it's nearby. So you drive up to the bottom of the tree, and these guys are like 30 feet up in the tree.
I turn
30
it all the
feet
way up and I hand it to him immediately with his baseball arm.
Get in the truck now!
Deal.
I
I need you to roll a
throw-
force check to throw this radio up. It's going to be pretty easy, but
I'll go, hey, Bobby, angle your arm this way. Take an extra dice.
Take an extra die.
Don't do it.
I don't
I
want
can't
to.
help you throw a radio.
Oh, thank goodness.
One.
One success.
okay. So you grab this hand truck radio, you turn it to like a static station, and you just throw it out, right? And you hear, and it kind of flies out, and you hear it against the raptor. And then you hear the raptor scream out like this
A death
crazy,
scream.
yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Killed him.
It's the kryptonite.
Old timey music.
Alright, so the kids, yeah, so they start climbing down kind of slowly.
Faster!
Faster.
Jump!
Yeah, I'm gonna need a
lift
lead check from Terry.
I lift a
All right,
stick
Because
up.
Bobby, this is when you're throwing the radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lead is mind, heart. Heart.
You're basically telling them jump or die, basically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
there's no investigate I could do to try to see anything better, like the light is light.
Not in this light,
Yeah.
not without getting out of the
That's
truck.
right.
One success.
Okay, so he throws the radio, you hear it clunk, you hear the raptor roar, and then you're like, get down here now, like stop fucking around. And like one of the kids just falls and lands in the truck, and like the kind of landing where you break something, and then the other two like scurry down, and they both hit the truck and narrowly like almost land, and
I
you
start
see the bullies from earlier.
Uh-oh. At first I slap the truck. I'm like, Ethan, go!
And I rev it as fast as I
Okay,
can.
I will need another tinker check from you. And this time...
Here, wait, let me roll one dice again to see if I would have gotten 2 6s in a row from that. Nope,
Nope.
okay.
Can I still be helping him? You still have that amount of dice?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to the one that says D.
Yeah!
Nope.
God damn it!
We're all gonna die.
I'm pushing myself. I am very scared.
Well, you know, I'd hate to be the murderer, but we got a kid that can't run. And you don't have to run faster than the rappers, you just have to run faster than your friends.
Which
So
one
let's
broke
have
his
extra dice to
leg?
We don't
Thank
know
you.
yet.
Yeah.
We haven't really
Thank
looked
you.
yet.
Just after this, you can't use that dice.
Oh, thank you.
No. One success.
Oh, there it
Six.
is.
Okay.
God!
Right. So you start driving, and he's like slapping the truck. He says, "Ethan, go!" And you start driving the truck, and you're like kind of going a little bit slow, and then you look in your mirror, and there's a dinosaur
Yeah, that one.
like runs through the woods and slams into the back of the truck. It fishtails a little bit, and you just accidentally floor it, kind of terrified, and
I'd
you're
like
driving.
to swing my stick.
Bobby,
at
to
it.
the right.
Yeah. So you swing, and you're just kind of swinging it back and forth. Ethan, you're driving. You're like frantically trying not to hit trees as you're swerving back and forth. You barely are able to clear the woods. You take a hard right turn, and you just start flooring it. And this raptor shoots out of the woods, hits the dirt path, starts like scrambling sideways, collapses, get back up, and starts chasing after you. And you're just flooring it, and you're kind of like grinding
Learning
the
how to
gears.
go into-
yeah,
yeah.
you're grinding the gears. You put it up into third, and it backfires.
Wait a second. Is the one kid with the broken leg sitting there Jeff Goldblum style staring at the back
Yes.
saying, we gotta go faster?
We gotta go faster. We gotta go faster. Yes. Again, gain an experience point. Right, so you're driving frantically, and then this raptor disappears out of the red, faint glow of the back of the tail lights. What do you do?
I keep flooring it
Okay.
for a
Okay.
while.
I check on
Alright.
the kids.
All right, I'm gonna need one more
Wait a second.
tinker.
Yeah.
Stop
Check from
making
you.
him roll!
I am so far average.
He's still statistically
All right,
likely
so
to get
you
it.
and Terry can assist you. I'm gonna need you to make probably an investigation check, or you can do. It's like if you want to talk to them, if you want to look at their wounds, if you want to what do you want to do?
Oh, I just want to recognize who they are first.
Okay,
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
Wait a second.
Absolutely, they're not wearing like their leather jackets or anything anymore. One of them has like a scratch across his back from some animal.
Which one?
You tell me.
Well,
It's Spike.
yeah, that's the
yeah, we'll say-
tallest one. That one.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Spike, the one with the hard cut bangs. She's like crying. She definitely broke her leg, and it's kind of bendy. Yeah, the femur is kind of bendy. Yeah, yeah. And as you're driving, like every bump, she like screams out in pain.
I
And Mara's
open
like-
up the door to grab. I like reach him like Christy, give me one of those shirts from like the backpack.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do we
Yeah.
have
Try
a
and-
backpack? Yeah.
Bobby,
And-
Bobby, we're gonna have to set
kinda-
that bone.
Yeah, we're
Christy
gonna
and
set that
Ethan
bone right
look
now.
back, and you see it's the three kids that you see it's like your bullies.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna need you to make that tinker check.
I have averaged 1/6 every 14 dice. I will push myself again, and I am very upset by these bullies.
Again, Spike is going to be. Oh, that monster just farted out the dogs at an
There it
8.
is.
Fine. 1 every 12.
All right, so you look back and you see him and you like kind
These
of
guys are
flinch just
gone.
instinctively, like this is someone that can hurt you, because you see like Mara right in the window, like she's just yelling at Spike to like get her shit together, kind of thing, and then you kind of look and you're like, oh god, and you like swerve and the truck goes kind of on the road and you're still driving and you hear the dinosaur nearby. Bobby, you reach in and you're grabbing a shirt from
I'd like
Christy.
to try and make a makeshift splint splint or
'Kay.
something to Bobby's knowledge.
Do you guys
of-
still have your sticks?
Yeah, we could carve some. That'd take a
Well,
while, but
I mean, just have
they're
the sticks.
big sticks.
That's
but-
fair.
Deal.
I'm gonna try to set this bone, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna try and set
Wait,
this bone.
not till
Or
after
do you
we
say like
stop.
splint it?
Not till after we stop.
Yeah, you
Terry.
can definitely splint.
Terry, carve a. Get some. Take your stick and
Gotcha.
smooth out the top for a crutch.
You did it.
All right.
What are you
so,
doing here? Well, the same thing we're doing here. Trying to find that dog, aren't you?
Yeah. He said we thought we'd head north. Like we saw you guys heading south, and so we
Wait,
just
Oh, you weren't following us? You just went the other way?
we just saw you guys leaving at the beach,
Yeah,
so we
we've
decided to
covered
go
like
the other way.
600 miles today.
Maps.
Yeah.
Maps translated from Sweden.
When did
All
you
right.
learn there was dinosaurs?
Earlier today, we saw a triceratops, and it was really cool. And then we also found out that there weren't other like leaf eaters out here.
Oh, so you saw a cool dinosaur. Awesome.
What dinosaurs have you guys seen?
Oh, just those ones.
Just raptors. We've only seen raptors.
yeah. As it like runs just fast enough for
Yeah.
its head to get in the red glowing lights again.
Oh, it's still following us?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's one noise.
But
We're
it's
not
like
making
kind of
the-
screaming at you angrily, like it's not going to have much more energy to keep up. Because you
Are
guys
we
are
at
probably
fourth
going like,
gear yet?
yeah, you guys are
We're also
driving
on a
very
crappy
fast.
dirt road. If we
Yeah.
go too fast, we're gonna start fishtailing.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Plus,
like
he's very distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 35, 40 miles an hour is probably about where we can get
Yeah,
to.
and it's doing like a one last sprint to
Yeah.
catch up with you guys, and then you see it like almost collapse and like just start heavy breathing as it disappears from sight.
Well, you guys want to split that dog money now?
They said, "Where are you guys going? Can you just drop us off back at town or something?"
Town's the other way.
Town's
Town's
the other way.
raptor way.
Town's in raptor territory.
Then where are you guys? Why are you guys going north?
We're gonna shut down this
There's
portal
just-
that you don't know about.
A portal?
Yeah.
That sounds so crazy. I
I
guess,
point backwards.
she's like rubbing her temple, and I guess this whole thing is really crazy. Listen, I'm sorry about earlier. Thanks for coming to help us.
I get it. No need to apologize. These guys are nerds.
Listen,
Hey, those two are nerds, to be
Those two are
honest.
listen.
they can be close the window as we're having this conversation.
It doesn't matter. Just thanks for coming for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna leave you guys to die.
Which one threatened my sister? Was it Spike?
What was that?
Who threatened Christy?
Oh,
with
it
the
was
knife?
Muffin.
It was
No,
Muffin?
I
Yeah,
thought it was
Muffin.
No, Muffin
Ethan.
threatened Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Just
And
don't.
you've seen Muffin beat up Ethan before.
Just if you ever go after Ethan again,
No, never. Where you guys are all.
he
You guys
saved your life right now. It wasn't me and Terry. It was all Ethan.
Yeah. Spike kind of leans up to the window. He's like, "Hey, Ethan, man."
Isn't Spike a girl?
No, Spike is the only guy.
No.
Oh no,
No.
sorry.
Muffin.
Muffin. Muffin leans up to the window because he's the one that's probably bullied you the most. He's probably even like put out a cigarette on you once. And he leans up and he's like, "Ethan, man, you're a good guy. Much better than I could ever be. Thank you."
Ethan doesn't respond. He just keeps driving.
Yeah. Mostly probably because he's a little terrified.
A little terrified
Yeah.
because he's terrified. A little terrified because he's fucking pissed at this kid, and a little terrified because there's still goddamn dinosaurs out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Where? I don't see any.
Yeah. So you guys drive for some time, and you're finally able to get to where you kind of pull up. It's like the twilight hours of night. It's like 3 a.m. You guys pull up to this barn. It's probably even like 4 a.m. You guys pull up to this barn. It's freezing cold. The heater doesn't even kick out hot air. It just blows more cold air. And you guys pull up, and you do see this like area cleared out for a farm, and you know it's the Peterson farm. And you're kind of hesitant to stop at first, but it's been a good 30 minutes since you saw that dinosaur in your rearview mirror. So as you're kind of pulling up, you yell back, I think this is it." Right.
I'd like to try and do something to like remedy that leg.
Yeah. So
Maybe we just take the clothes, take some
Contact?
wood, and
No, nope. I'm
make a
thinking.
spear out of
no,
it.
I'm kind of thinking either. I don't know if there is a skill for this,
It's
so
gonna be
we're gonna make it one of the 4 core. I think this is gonna be mind or heart?
Heart it is. -1. Are you helping me with this?
Sure. I also care.
There you go.
Oh.
It's right behind your screen.
1 success?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so
You fix all of these people.
Yeah,
Real
so-
doctor.
so
Veterinarian. I realized that when I was going for a walk. I'm like, Bobby's gonna be a veterinarian.
for sure. I was like that. I was like, Bobby's so interested in animals that like I want to see this become a thing. But yeah, you end up like helping her out with the leg. You take those branches that you guys had and you kind of break them down to like a splint size for the knee kind of area, and you're able to like wrap around it. You've seen this on like
It's not very
medical TV
good.
shows.
It's just like enough to like not bleed everywhere.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, and you've actually seen like this happen to another baseball player where or whatever another friend.
Roger.
Roger, that poor kid. He's known as Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Right. So you're able to splint it, and she's just heave crying because she's in so much pain. By the time you guys pull up to the farm, and she just kind of grabs you, and she's like delirious, and she's just like, "Thank you," and she's just
you're
kind of
welcome.
like. Yeah, and then she just collapses and she's just crying herself
Terry,
to
do
sleep.
you have any
basically.
whiskey?
No, my dad took it. Just kidding. But I don't have it.
No.
My dad drank it.
Yeah.
He didn't take it. He just
You guys got any drugs on you?
I mean, yeah, we got a little.
Well, give her something, man.
But what?
We got some pot.
Better than nothing.
Is that good for
Bobby,
bleeding?
it'll make her feel better.
All right.
I mean, are you? If she's really messed up, that's not gonna hurt her worse, is it?
I don't know. I smoked like 1 cigarette just when I'm impressing a girl, and it didn't work out very well.
Yeah, and
Now
then yeah, so so at this point, like Muffin laughs at you, and like Spike kind of like is like gripping your arm, and then when you like, I smoked 1 cigarette to impress a girl, she like squeezes your arm a little bit tighter, and she like looks at you, and all of a sudden you look at her, and she's a girl instead of like this gross.
Like I finally realized she's a girl. You're like,
she's a girl, and you're
"Oh."
like, oh, wait, is she hitting on me in this one moment? Like, is she so delirious and in shock? And then yeah, so Mara rolls up, like she pulls out a joint that's like half smoking already,
Yeah.
and she lights it up, and she gives it to Spike, and Spike kind of takes a hit and is just like crying and shaking because it's freezing back there still. Okay, so as you guys pull up to the farm, you see this old farm with dilapidated barns and a residential house. Everywhere there's like scraps of machine parts. There's like a beat up ship. There's robots just like covered in debris and just kind of outdoor grime and grit. The residential house itself has 2 floors. There's no lights whatsoever inside. There's cobwebs everywhere, and that's pretty much the exterior. I do have a map.
There's lots of maps in this.
Well, I just started printing them out. There's maps of everyone.
Oh.
But we just don't do like miniatures or anything, so it doesn't. I don't want to get focused on the details because it takes away from the theater mind. But yeah, right. So you guys pull up and you see like the main building, and there's a lot of like weird static energy in the air. There's a lot of crazy animal sounds in the nearby area.
Oh, is Muffin's hair sticking up from the static?
And the gel, mostly the gel though. Yeah.
I pull up to the main building and turn the car off.
Hey, Ethan,
Yeah?
think you can get one of these robots working?
I don't know, maybe. What do you want it to do? Do you just want to see if they work?
Well, we can always use a robot.
Yeah?
We might need some heavy lifting. It might be able to take a raptor attack for us. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of robots these are and what they're designed for.
Okay. If you want to check that out, that would be cool.
Does anyone else hear that?
The giant, like, hum?
Giant portal noise?
That noise.
No, I don't hear anything. Bobby, you help me get Spike inside.
All right.
Christy,
Stay out of trouble.
stay out of trouble.
Here's a dime.
Don't spend it
You
out.
come with us.
You're gonna get 625 at the end of this.
Not anymore. We just got 3 more people.
Actually, you
to
go with
away.
Ethan. Use your glasses. See if you can't find something we can use.
Use your glasses. Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright, so you guys are getting out of the truck. You're heading to the house.
I think me and Bobby are going to the residential house.
Okay.
So that's the main building.
So are you and I gonna go check out
Ethan,
robots?
Christy?
Looking at the robots.
Okay, they're just at even first glance you can tell they're defunct derelicts that
Okay.
have been abandoned to time.
Then we are also going to the house.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys feel this really crazy electric static in the air as you walk closer to the house. You just get this really unease feeling, right? Even like the insects in the area seem to have gone quiet since you guys got here. You guys enter the house, and it's very dark. Do you guys have flashlights?
I have a lighter.
Was there one in that
Wait,
bag?
I think we talked about having flashlights before. But
I'd probably just
We
give you guys
did-
flashlights.
yeah, okay.
And any single time you guys acquire a gun, it becomes a flashlight eventually,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Once politically correct movies are re-edited.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you enter into the house. There's cobwebs everywhere. There's old furniture, a loom, framed photographs, a chest filled with fabrics, mice droppings. The ground floor is
the mice droppings.
Yep. The ground floor is just littered with half finished machines and robot parts, mechanical arms that can do all sorts of things, from lift heavy objects to like automatic toast maker kind of stuff.
Raptor punching.
Yep. Operate fans during sunny days, bring blankets when it's cold. The entire place is completely powered off and dark and quiet. There's a certain eeriness. You guys almost feel like you're in some sort of robotic museum or something. It definitely feels more like a workshop than a house. And wow, it says that the robotic arms hang in midair like dead spider legs.
Yay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of kind of debris around. There's a record player, and on the record player is a nearby, like right above it, there's a copy of an opera called The Ring of Nibelung. Anyways, the bookshelves are littered with science books. On the walls there are photographs with gold frames depicting Diane in various grandiose postures. She's very much like a narcissist kind of thing. On the kitchen table there lies a book with the title called Learning to Play the Synthesizer, Popular Songs for Beginners. And then
She's cool.
right as she's real cool, like I'd like to party with her. As you guys are kind of like walking through this haunted house, so to speak, pitch black, Terry's lighter being the only light you can see, something
have
shifts.
flashlights.
Oh yeah, you guys have flashlights. You're zipping around. Something shifts, and like a blanket, like there's a loud thud to the ground, and you guys immediately like turn, expecting to see a dinosaur, and you hear, "Masters, welcome."
My boy!
Yep, you see Isaac, and as you put up the lights, he says, "Please, my photoreceptors cannot handle your flashlights.
Oh, shit.
Isaac, what are you doing here?
This is my home, the home of my master."
What are you protecting now, Isaac?
"Well, I suppose you. Welcome."
Wait, really?
"Yes, Master Ethan here programmed me to protect you."
Are you protecting anything else?
"My master, but they are not here presently."
Where'd she go?
"Well, she disappeared into the barn some time ago, and I haven't seen her quite since."
When was that?
"Days? Weeks? My chronometer has seemed to have taken some damage recently, and
Was it from
Has
a
it-
rock?
For a kick?
it was from a rock, yes. I didn't want to bring it up to Monster Bobby. Oh wait, it was you,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. Master Terry, I have to admit, it was a good throw.
Thanks, Isaac.
It really knocked the time out of my brain.
So you don't know when your master will be back?
Oh, I suspect that she has fallen under grave circumstances to be gone this long.
Well, that's why we're here, Isaac. Your master gave us a mission.
And what mission
She
is
said
that?
we had to shut down, what did she call it, a portal?
Oh, yes.
She called
The
it
portal.
Oh, a portal. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
There is a portal, and all manner of strange beasts are emerging from it on the day.
Yeah, we're supposed to turn it off. Do you know how?
They keep attacking us.
I am very sorry to hear that, Master Christy. Are you safe? Are you well managing?
Right now, but we have a friend that's hurt.
Do you
Well,
know first aid?
I am not programmed to assist with any sort of medical treatments. There was a friend of mine, a robot. His name was Jeeves, but he has been destroyed, scrapped for parts.
We could have just asked Jeeves. So the portal, how do we shut it down?
I am not aware of the portal's functions.
Oh, it lets bad guys through.
Can you
Is
take
there-
us to the barn so we could look for your
Is
master?
there a couch or a bedroom so we could just drop?
Yeah.
Is it Spike?
Yes.
Yeah,
Someone
so
doesn't
you
like-
guys have entered into kind of the main lobby. There's a fire. There's like a couch right next to a fireplace that you could set her.
No,
Okay.
okay.
All right, so
Courtesy ends here, Spike.
yeah, so you'd like to see
I'd like to investigate the barn.
deal. So as you guys are, of course, I'd be more than happy to take you to the barn where the portal is located.
Is there anything that we could use in case any monsters come? Monsters. Dinosaurs.
There have been all manner of monsters lately. There's one particularly big one that travels and traverses nearby. And when he says that,
No!
and you just hear,
All the water glasses that are all
oh, yep,
half
yep,
full.
yep, and then, yeah, and
Tyrant.
Spike wakes up and she's like, what the fuck is that? Because she is a
Wasted.
little paranoid right now. Yep. But yeah, you guys actually hear what you can only fear in the bottom of your hearts to be a T-Rex.
Guys, what happens after we turn the portal off? They just don't come over.
It at least reduces the amount.
No, it doesn't. It keeps it the same.
Well,
Bobby
reduces
like
the amount
draws a
coming
little.
in.
Bobby makes a math
proven to be our
equation.
math guy.
Portal plus time equals greater dinosaurs.
Yeah, if we don't get it turned off, maybe
No
another
portal
one.
equals same amount of
If we
dinosaurs.
stay quiet, it can't find us.
But we need to turn the portal off. One T-Rex is bad, but two T-Rexes are worse.
Are they?
They could fight one another.
What if they fight each other?
What year
What
did
if they
Land Before Time
mate?
come out?
Why would T-Rexes mate?
It's like
To make
17
more
of them by now.
T-Rexes.
So.
Ethan, that's gross.
It's what animals do.
Alright, so let's get a non-pornographic solution to this.
Ethan, you dirty pervert.
I think we just. We have to shut the portal off right now, guys.
But we can't go out there. I mean,
Can we
Wait,
tell
if
how
we
close
run-
it is?
We have
Yeah,
to-
it's close. It's like,
Right outside.
yeah, it's close. Shit. It's very close.
Isaac, has it ever tried to get inside the house?
The house
Oh.
is still standing.
The dinosaur of which you were referencing uses this area as its nesting.
Come again?
Isaac, you are the worst. And
That
that's not your
monster lives here.
Which
It
one's-
has been eating some of my friends as of late.
Wait, your
Like
friends are metal.
robots?
If they run, it chases them and it kills them.
What if they walk?
It chases them faster and kills them faster.
Is there any other way into the barn?
Running faster than it.
Well,
I'm pretty fast, guys.
I
don't.
One of my friends went to the barn.
Did it have
Has not
rollerblades
returned. No.
on? No.
What are rollerblades?
Oh, Isaac, I have an important question for you. Have you
I
seen
have a critical answer for you.
Have you ever seen any yellow dogs?
Actually, I have.
Really?
Yes, her name is Goldie.
Where is she?
She's here. She's been keeping me great company.
I whistle.
Yeah.
I can't actually whistle.
Yeah. You whistle, and you hear a collar jingling upstairs. She has been upstairs resting. And as you whistle, you hear... And then you hear the dinosaur roar.
What kind of terrain is outside?
It's mostly just dirt.
It's just clear.
The barn isn't far either.
Is it rollerbladable terrain?
No.
Oh my god, you trying to maximize your rollerblade usage?
I'm trying to use it once.
Alright.
I want to use one iconic item one time.
Alright, here's the plan. Ethan,
Yeah?
get on my back and let's go.
Okay.
Pet Goldie.
You guys coming?
What are you? You're gonna
We're
run?
gonna run to the barn, shut off this portal before we get eaten.
There's got to be a better way.
I can't think of one. Isaac, you got a better way?
To what, sir?
How often does this thing... Ah, God! How often does this thing leave?
Not very often.
That's what I
I'm
thought.
afraid she'll be here for much time.
Alright, I'm going. You guys coming or not?
Yeah.
What if we
You got half a second.
Yeah, I know, but like that dog can run another direction.
No, it can't.
No, Goldie is very precious.
Yeah.
I shall not send her out to be eaten.
Okay.
Isaac, I'm with you on this. Come on, let's go. And I run for the barn.
Christy,
Are
what the
you-
fuck?
Are you
With you on
holding
my
me?
back,
Okay.
yes.
It's $25 we're talking about, Christy.
This is a dog.
We might die here.
Pure red
Yeah, or at the
Goldie.
very least get super broken.
Yeah.
All right, so as far as I know, Terry and Ethan are making a run for the barn.
I
Yeah,
run after them.
there's no way
I
I'm gonna
pet
s-
Goldie and I say, Isaac, take care of that dog, and you make sure those kids get out of
Deal.
here.
Deal.
Oh, yeah, they're
I
all
whip out my
standby.
baseball so I
So-
can use my iconic items.
So he says, "Might I recommend?
What?
Might I recommend going slowly and sticking to the shadows more than running?
I skid to
You're
a
very-
stop at the door.
Your very short legs cannot outrun its very long legs.
So when you said to go faster than it, you meant like that was impossible for us to do?
I have not seen anything run faster than it. I have only seen things go without it being seen."
Alright, let's sneak.
I lay down on my tummy.
And start
try and
army
crawl
crawling.
out.
I don't do that. I just try to stick to the shadows.
I imagine you probably don't want to sneak with me on your
Nope,
back.
that's not gonna help.
Get off. All right.
So are we all sneaking on our own then?
Are you guys coming?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, still am.
Alright.
I hope someone rolls good. Oh, not Dan.
Can I use my glasses to find the darker spots to sneak in?
No.
Sure.
Sure, it's metagame when I try and use my rollerblades.
You can use your roller
They're gonna
blades
use
if
them.
you want to sneak.
No, it seems stupid right
Can I
now.
use my lighter to add additional shadows?
Can I use my baseball to like roll on top of as if I like to help me farming roll better? I'm rolling one at a time for suspense.
I got it.
Nope. Oh
Well, shit.
nope.
Oh, we got some.
Nothing.
T-Rex
I.
chow. Nom, 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 nom.
It would.
Oh wait. I can push myself.
I'm gonna use one of my luck points, and luck points is just re-roll everything, right?
I'm
Let's
exhausted.
reroll any non-successes.
You rolled all of
but
them. Well, fuck. Should I just use my pride?
Fuck. You can only push yourself once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm failed.
Otherwise, you have to do other
Okay.
stuff.
I can use luck. I can
Like
push,
what?
and then if that doesn't work, I can still use my pride, right?
So there's pride, luck, and pushing yourself. And those are the only three things you can do.
Right, but you can do all three. You just can't do one.
Yes.
Any of them. Okay.
You
well,
can't
I'm
do
not-
anyone more than once.
I'm super scared.
Yeah, we're
Bobby
all pretty
failed.
scared.
Bobby failed real bad.
I have one
There
success.
you go.
And
I
Terry.
also have one.
And did you roll yet?
Yes, he rolled.
And so
Can I
Bobby
use
and
my-
Ethan fail, right?
Can I use my pride to get one of them an automatic success?
Yes. But then that's still one person not succeeding.
You're giving it to Ethan.
I.
You're giving it to Ethan. I'm running
you
outside with
also
this
do that?
goddamn T-Rex.
No, because my pride is I can do anything on my own. That does not work when I'm trying to give other teammates a
Guys,
success.
it's fine. I've been wanting to break Bobby this entire
Stop
campaign.
He
it!
has been.
Guys, better idea.
I
I
mean-
distract the T-Rex.
I can
No!
push if you guys think it's worth it.
I don't. There's not an option. Like that's what the dice have told us.
I'll push. Whatever.
Don't
Let's
push.
do
You
this.
wait. Can I also push?
You already did.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mark your
loved
conditions,
and
you
you
roll.
pushed.
Yep.
Alright, I'll push.
I'm gonna use my
There's
pride.
still
to
there's
you have a,
still a
success.
lot of stuff past the barn too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the final
I think we can-
trouble.
Yeah, you guys are dead. I'll continue
They're
on my
not
own.
dead. What do I do?
No, give it to Ethan. Give it to Ethan.
But then I don't. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
You got a
But
timer.
I don't like that you don't have it.
You got a timer.
Sucks.
Your call.
Yeah, I give Ethan a success.
All right, you guys start sneaking, And as you're kind of walking, Bobby steps on a twig and it snaps, and the T-Rex just turns its giant, massive head and slowly like starts looking around for you guys, and you guys like kind of freeze, and then you guys just start running for the barn, and Bobby, it's staring right at you, and you see your friends running, and he kind of sees him and he starts like lunging for them.
He lunges for them?
He's like starting to chase after
I
them.
throw my baseball, which is my iconic item.
Good deal. So you throw your baseball and you hit the T-Rex with it, right?
I don't have to roll?
No.
Nice.
It's a big T-Rex like, hitting the house with a baseball. Yeah.
The other part is that's a baseball hitting a T-Rex.
Yeah. So you hit this T-Rex. You guys are able to finish running to the barn. Bobby, you're caught in between the house and the barn. The T-Rex is staring at you. You just hit it with the baseball. What do?
I can't go back in that house. I run for, like, how big is the scrapyard, like, in terms of, like, hidey holes?
Big enough.
I'm trying to bring the T-Rex away from the rest of my friends.
Deal. I'm gonna need you to do a move check
I'm not
to make it there.
at these things now, guys.
I would like to shout, once we make it to the barn, Isaac, protect Master Bobby!
I would maybe, because he's failing, so he's definitely like, yeah. All right, so
Like,
Isaac
he doesn't
would be
have
at
to
the
hear
threshold.
it,
Yeah,
but that's like
okay.
what I will shout.
Deal. So you shout that. All right, Bobby, turn and run.
Oh, thank goodness, success.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen.
I get my own extended trouble, guys. It's called Survive.
It's called Survive a T-Rex Attack. All right, we're gonna cut to you guys. You guys see Bobby throw his baseball, and then it hit the T-Rex. Like right as you guys are going to the barn, Christy stops and sees this baseball hit haplessly off the dinosaur, and then the dinosaur turn. And unfortunately, too, like you just start running this way when they run that way. So it's completely opposite direction. You see the T-Rex turn and just start chasing Bobby. You guys make it into the barn where you see this brilliant, like green-rimmed, like fiery electric kind of portal just kind of emanating. As you guys run into the barn, you see a synthesizer connected to a strange machine
Oh my
We
god.
should've got
that resembles a large lantern. Lying on the ground, facing straight up, from the lantern comes a bright light that forms a large ring of light, this fiery green electric circle, which hangs vertically in the air. In the middle of the ring, you can see a two-dimensional image of a jungle landscape, and you can see, like, birds that you don't recognize flying through, or you see, like, a little tiny dinosaur kind of bouncing past.
Guys, we gotta go get that book.
Because you had to play it to change.
Yes.
Now, you also see, like, a path that has been cut through the jungle, and you reckon that there's someone inside the portal still that can probably close this
probably
portal.
shut it. Motherfucker. We can't leave Bobby.
You guys don't have any time.
This is all action.
Well, I understand. You think we would just jump into a portal?
I would. If I was...
Yeah,
I was
fucking
so
obvious.
excited to jump through that portal.
I want to try and figure out if there's any way that I can figure out how to shut this portal down from this side.
Not that book.
This would probably be the most... Yeah, this would
Difficult
require 3 successes to just wing using a synthesizer closing the portal.
Okay.
And if you fail, it will be more than just conditions and stuff like that. It will mean you're playing a synthesizer with a T-Rex nearby,
Right.
putting 2 of your friends
Yeah,
in
play that
danger as well.
synthesizer.
So like that's all I didn't want to necessarily shut it down, but I wanted to figure out, like, I know for sure that the synthesizer is the
The
mechanic that would shut
synthesizer
it
will
down.
close it down, yes. But you also don't know what the combination is. Yeah.
Ethan, I've got an idea. We play that synthesizer. As soon as we start playing it, we run. T-Rex wrecks shop over here, destroys the portal on its own. We get out of here. Bob's your uncle.
I mean, that's assuming that it destroys it, and we don't know that it will.
It's a T-Rex.
But it hasn't destroyed it yet.
It's because it didn't have a sim.
This is a very long conversation.
All right. we're gonna cut back.
Yeah, Bobby's dead.
You guys are either going through the portal or you're not, and it has to be like right now. What do you do?
Go through the portal.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it! I want to go through that portal so bad.
All right. You guys go through the portal.
Dinosaur times.
We cut back to Bobby as Bobby frantically races over, and like you slide into like you start bouncing,
like
you
hiding.
start bouncing through this scrapyard. You get like the metal is just jagged. It's starting to rip your arms as you're like running by. It's
even
pitch
notice.
black. You're just flashlights just darting back and forth. You feel something like reach out and grab your leg, and you trip over and you look down and you ran and you caught a robot's hand that was just open, and as you hit it, it toppled you down as this like giant T-Rex is chasing after you. We're gonna cut back. Deal. So when you step through the time portal, you feel a tingling sensation throughout your body. You suddenly find yourself in a hot, humid jungle, surrounded by enormous trees, swamps, and huge birds, giant dragonflies, giant beetles of different colors. A 15-meter snake winds its way up a tree next to you. The time portal is hovering in the air between two trees, and you can clearly see the barn on the other side. You're immediately sweating profusely. Even in your long-sleeve clothes, you feel way overdressed for the setting. As soon as, and you're soon just automatically, as you're kind of stepping through the brush a little bit, you're already attracting leeches and giant mosquitoes, and as you're starting to walk forward, the air is completely different. As you're running forward, the air is completely different. There's way more oxygen than you're used to in the air, because volcanoes haven't gone off and all that other crazy shit yet. So you guys are becoming almost immediately dizzy and disoriented and impaired. In the forest, you do see this giant path that you've kind of seen cut into it. As you guys are running, it reaches a lake that stretches out beyond sight. You see huge crocodiles swimming through it. You see strange prehistoric water-dwelling animals. In the sky, petrosauruses and large birds wheel about. You see up one of these trees a giant sort of tree house built that must have taken some time or a lot of robot or manpower. A ladder leads up to this tree house about 20 meters up. Once again, that's about 60 feet into the air, just to give you a scale for this. This is on a tree that seems like a skyscraper right next to this lake. So you guys are standing at the base of this tree. There's this giant ladder above. I'm assuming you guys start climbing up?
Yep.
Okay. You guys climb up, and as you're kind of climbing up, you see this massive petrosaur fly and land on top of the like treehouse, and you just hear it kind of like circling around a little bit, and you hear it settle as you're starting to climb up. I'm gonna need you guys to either sneak or move, depending on your choice. You're not entirely sure, but that bird does seem to be very territorial, and you do hear little chicks on the top of the roof, and you reckon that there might be a nest up there.
I will sneak my way to the top.
I'm gonna move.
Finally!
I got 3 successes.
My God!
One success.
Okay, so Terry, he takes lead, and he's just racing up there as Ethan and Christy go
Can't even
slow.
see Christy. Christy just.
She's a ninja, yeah. So with your extra successes, you're definitely able to allow Terry to get up there quickly and stealthily. As he's kind of climbing up, one of the rungs even rips off, and he almost falls, and you guys are able to kind of go past this ladder.
Throw it through the portal and it hits the Tyrannosaurus Rex and kills it.
The ladder leads up the treehouse about 20 meters. When you guys get up to the treehouse, you find a bed, some crates, a variety of jungle gear, the remains of a completely destroyed robot, 2 hunting rifles in it. 3 dinosaur eggs are seen kind of sitting halfway outside of a bag.
Can I just immediately destroy them?
You also see someone kind of familiar. You see a woman that you've seen before, but you don't quite remember. She looks familiar-ish. She's laying in a bed, and she is asleep. But as she hears you guys kind of climb in, she starts to stir awake a little bit.
I run
She
for the
wouldn't
rifle.
She's
remember who
flush
she
and
is?
just sweating like crazy.
I want to run for the rifle.
Okay, so you run for the rifle. Christy, do you want to investigate it this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
I'm mad. I hate this game.
Nice.
1, 2.
2. As you start to look around, you see the dinosaur eggs, and it'd be easy just to send that backpack over the edge, if that's what you want to do. Wait, what you said you wanted to
You said
destroy
you want to
something.
destroy them eggs.
Oh, yeah, the eggs.
Yeah, you could just push that backpack over the cliff.
Fucking
next
do it.
Yeah. So you push that bag over, and you see...
A dinosaur's gonna kill my brother? I'm gonna kill all the dinosaurs.
Right, but so you kind of push the bag over, and you hear this like grinding, and then you see the backpack go over the edge as this woman kind of turns and she looks and she goes, what are you doing? Why did you do that? But she looks delirious. She looks feverish. She's sweating. She looks
Because
gaunt.
your immune system isn't built for this time period, you dumb
Yeah,
bitch.
she is sick. And Terry, as you grab the rifle, you check the first one, and it's
get a
completely
gun?
empty. It's all of its rounds have been fired off. There's shell casings on the floor, and as you pick up the other one, you see it has 1 round left in it.
Hand me the
I'm
other
gonna
one.
point it at her.
Could be used
Okay.
as a blunt weapon.
Deal. So you guys both have these weapons now. You can tell that she's been laying here for a while. She is insanely sick. Yeah, but you also hear this, like, the wood above you shifting heavily under the weight of this massive bird, basically. It's a prehistoric bird. What do you do?
You're the one that created the portal, right?
And she kind of nods and does this and points up.
Okay.
And the bird immediately, you hear it start, you can kind of see its shadow shifting, and it's like looking down into the treehouse.
Do I get...
Are
I
there-
rolled 3 sneak successes. Can I, like, say, like, one thing with one of those
Yeah,
before anything?
yeah.
You need to tell us how to turn off that portal, or I'm going to scream, and we're all gonna die.
Yeah, she says, if you can get near the portal, I can close it.
Okay. And that's what I've done.
Yo. So as she says that to you, this massive beak punches into the treehouse as the 3 of you dive out of its way, and it just kind of rips some of the roofing off, and you see that this bird is pissed. And
Yes.
you know,
I'm
all right,
aiming
we're
my
gonna
gun at the hole.
okay, we're gonna cut back to Bobby.
Yeah, I was like, this scene can only go so long before I'm forced to make another
Yep.
move check.
All right, Bobby, you tripped, you fell. Your flashlight like bounced really hard, and now it's starting to flicker really hard. What do you do?
So
Yeah.
I've fallen, the flashlight is flickering. Can I still, is it just so dark, is it dawn enough that I'd be alright without that flashlight?
Of course.
Then I would like to grab that flashlight, throw it in a kind of direction like off kilter of where I was going, and then go
Okay.
the other way and try and hide into some scrap.
Deal. All right, go ahead and throw it. This is going to be a force. You're throwing it just as a distraction, right?
Correct.
Okay.
This is the most upsetting arc. Very.
Yeah, this can also, so you can have a force, you can have a sneak, or you can have a charm.
Charm.
She's really good.
I'm gonna seduce that dinosaur. I'm gonna
This-
force.
The force, okay. So you're trying to make as much distraction as possible with this flashlight. Yeah.
I want it to be interested in something else that is not, because it sees me with it, and
Yeah.
then if it like goes after, I might be able to hide.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Just now.
So you're pushing yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta. I've
Is
got.
that 3 on the floor?
It doesn't matter if it gets me if I'm already broken, guys. Don't worry, we can't die in Tales from the Loop.
Or can we?
Fuck.
That's a 5.
Nope, I ain't got nothing, Martin.
You were
Okay.
out. You were out. Okay.
Have you used your pride?
Yeah.
When did you use your pride?
He used it
Driving?
for the truck
Yeah.
to start
No.
start the truck or something.
I used it earlier before the truck.
He used it to get to you on
I
the
used it
tractor. Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna cry.
So you
gonna-
throw the flashlight as hard as you can. It goes sailing off, and you turn just kind of panicked to see, like, did it do anything? And you see this dinosaur kind of step and you dive out of the way of its feet. And as you start to get up,
Some rubble.
he just swings his head down and hits you, and you go flying. And
then I'm unconscious.
yep, and you bounce off the side of a barn, and just kind of fall lifeless to the ground. And as
You can't also. Is it automatically broken?
the dinosaur, the T-Rex automatically breaks you if it catches you.
The T-Rex caught you
So,
and made you exhausted.
It slammed him into the barn. He bounces off the barn like a rag doll, falls to the ground, and we see the T-Rex kind of roar triumphantly and then turn and slowly start stepping towards you, getting
And
ready
we
to
cut
eat
back.
you, and we cut back.
You're going to get eaten.
Am I unconscious?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You are broken and unconscious.
Well, I'll just check out for the rest of this game.
Yep. Right, so we cut back here. Don't you give me that look.
I wanted this to happen to Bobby.
I didn't.
Oh, but preferably in a situation where I wouldn't get eaten.
Right, so we're back here in the jungle. This bird is ripping the roof off.
I'm
What
going
do
to
you guys
shoot it
do?
in the head.
Okay, roll me a... I'm going to need
Yeah.
this to be a move. Or you could do a tinker.
Could
Let's
I
do a
help by
move.
like
Okay. Move is
distracting
basically
it?
like aiming and trying to get this thing as much as possible.
Can I help at all? Is there any way I can help? Can I distract it? Can it look at me?
Well, I'm going to let him roll.
Well, she's trying to give me one dice.
Oh,
That's
do you want to help?
Yes.
Okay, because if he fails, you get bad stuff too.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
You. This game is nothing to me anymore.
Yeah.
That's at least one. Yep, one.
I like to play games that make you feel.
I
That
feel
make everybody
everything.
feel, yeah.
One success.
Alright, so you fire it, and you just see a giant chunk explode off its neck. And it just starts screeching at you, and its babies get all worked up too. And you see it kind of like stagger to the edge. The roof kind of collapses in. It falls down, nearly crushes Ethan. Christy dives out of the way.
Oh, I was gonna fucking take the butt end of the gun.
Oh, deal. And just start hammering it. Okay, go ahead and give me a force.
I'm angry.
I'm going to help you
Deal.
by rushing it with a knife.
Deal.
So, but I'm going to let it just be one dice on yours rather than two separate attacks. Yeah.
All right, so you guys just run up and start hammering this thing up. I'm assuming you're like trying to get
Yes, I'm
Diane
trying to get
like
her
ready
out.
to go.
Yep.
Okay, you guys are hammering this thing. It's like squawking
roll
at you.
a blade
It
on her?
bites one of your rifles in the middle and just rips it out of your hands, nearly pulling you over the edge. Like as it's like ripping you, you let go of the weapon and you stumble forward, and then it shifts and its body blocks you back into the treehouse. You bounce off the ground, and then it kind of collapses over, and it's falling at the last minute. It kind of spreads its wings out and starts to soar upward again and start to circle back. But blood is running down its feathers, running down its body. You guys have maybe a few moments to gather whatever you can to gather yourselves and get out of here as quickly as you can.
Is there any rope?
What do you do? Yes,
there
there's
any-
rope.
I grab the rope.
Okay. Are you gonna just like
I don't know. Where's the portal in relation to where we're at?
it's down a path for a while.
So
Like,
we
you have
can't-
to run back. It's not like dive into the portal.
Alright.
So we
let's
have to
get
like
the hell
boom,
outta here.
boom, boom.
Yes.
Fuck my life.
Yes.
Alright, tie her up.
I don't think we can tie her up.
We'll
Why?
say that she has just enough strength to like get down this ladder quickly.
Like we need her.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say I was going to have to lower her to the ground because we can't carry her down a ladder, but if she
Yeah.
can get down, then
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, so this bird, like, it starts circling back around, and it kind of gets weak and crashes into a tree and, like, goes down in the foliage. Its babies are, like, starting to hop around on the ceiling.
If
Like,
only we could have murdered those babies. That would give her no more reason to attack us.
all right, so you guys go down. You lower Lena down with a rope.
Diane.
You guys, yeah, her name in Sweden
Yeah,
is
I
Lena,
figured
yeah.
that's.
So you
that's
guys get down to the ground, and you I'm assuming Terry's carrying her.
Well, I was gonna say like it
luckily
could be.
she's sick and gone to this
Yeah.
point.
Well, I was gonna say he could carry like the top half, and we could try to carry the bottom half.
I'll just put
Yeah.
her over my
I'm
shoulder.
gonna need
Okay.
and carry.
I'm gonna need moves from you two and force from him.
I fail.
Oh, you're at the point
I
where you
guarantee
automatically fail. Okay. Then
Well, I need to roll 2 successes. Maybe 3. Yep, I
I'm
need
gonna
3.
use one of my luck points.
I got
Two.
2.
oh my god.
Gonna take a.
Your pride's already used?
Yep.
Okay.
I will use my pride. So that way
You can learn how to play sweet synthetic music.
Yes. So my pride that I know the most about computers. I am determined to. She obviously knows a lot about computers, and I am determined to get this person back into safety because I know that she can teach me a lot with regards to technology and how these things work.
So you're using your pride to give you a success? Or?
So then Terry can give a success to Christy.
Okay, so you guys all have 3 successes, right?
Yes.
So this is basically what's happening. Terry's carrying Diane. You guys are running. Both Ethan and Christy are like falling behind, and Terry's like shouldering you like, let's go. Like he's just ramming you forward with all of his strength and like sheer determination. You guys are racing forward. This giant Petrosaur is like running on its wings and its tiny little legs, and it's like galloping at you. Blood is running down it. There's a giant river of blood following behind, and it's chasing after you guys, and it's getting like really close to you. And just as it's like about to eat like Christy, because she's probably the slowest to be fair, just as it's to eat Christy, he collapses and tumbles, and he gets back up and he's chasing you again. And Terry's just like he has Lena or he has Diane in one hand, and he just grabs Christy by like the shirt, and he's just dragging her forward. You guys are able to get just to the portal as the Petrosaur collapses and dies, and it's just like screeching at you as it dies, and you see its little babies trying to fly up to you and after you, and it's like they're getting to you and they're getting close, and they start like pecking at you. Right. So as we're gonna cut back.
Oh, let me roll
I
for
swear
death.
to God, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, do we do death rolls in this?
We cut back, and you see like over the shoulder of the T-Rex, you see Bobby's like frame not moving, and the T-Rex is taking step after step after step closer, and you see him like getting right above Bobby, and you hear, "You get away from here!" And you see the camera cuts, and it's Isaac he caught the flashlight that you threw, and he just starts running as fast as his robot body can carry him, and he's just clanging his arms together, and the T-Rex is like right above you, and he turns and he looks, and Isaac just runs up, and Isaac's hand turns into that electrocution stun gun, and he just runs up and he just jolts the T-Rex in one of the legs, and the dinosaur howls out, and the dinosaur reaches down and like bites this arm off Isaac, and Isaac gets picked up in the air, and he's dangling like a rag doll, and he gets slammed into the barn, and the T-Rex rips through the secondary barn, and is just going to work with Isaac, right? He's going to town with Isaac, just ripping him to pieces and distracted. We cut back, and
No, Bobby does.
Good roleplay.
yeah. So we cut back, and you guys can throw the rope in there, and when you throw the rope up, it actually becomes taut.
Portal logic.
Yeah,
yes.
portal logic, whatever. Right, so you guys are able to scramble whatever strength you have as these little chicks are like nipping at you, cutting you up, ripping out hair. You guys climb up this rope into the portal, and you come out the other side. And as you guys collapse, the babies like even come into the barn through the portal, and they're like nipping at you.
Can we kick them back into the portal?
So you're kicking at them.
My job's over, so I'm just fighting chicks.
Yeah. So you drop these guys. There is a T-Rex still rampaging. Christy is frantically looking for Bobby. You run out of the. I'm assuming you run out of the barn. You run out of the barn, and you see Bobby collapsed and like bleeding and broken. And you start to run over to him. Terry, you're fighting these things back. You pick up like this wooden fence kind of post, and you're just swinging at these Petrosaur chicks. Ethan, you gather up Diane, and you say, close the portal, and she starts playing the final countdown on the synthesizer.
Fuck my life.
As the portal starts to surge with power, dun, 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 and she plays the song, and then it goes. And the portal like completely shuts down, and as the T-Rex is like rampaging, you see Christy, you look over and you see Isaac get thrown up into the air and kind of caught, and he's just getting chomped on. And you hear this as the T-Rex explodes and collapses and crashes into the ground. Blood and guts splat everywhere. You get hosed. You collapse onto Bobby's broken frame, and you guys are safe.
You guys killed Isaac.
You know how much Terry loved Isaac.
I had to drop kick at his funeral.
Right. So, Christy, you're able to wake up Bobby. He's got broken ribs. He's tired.
Is my arm broken?
Oh no!
That's what I was just thinking. Is if we take baseball season away.
Okay.
Alright, so Bobby's gonna go live with my
His
dad.
arm is broken.
Bobby's
I think.
arm is broken.
I think that there has to be some more severe consequences than just.
All right. So you can tell Bobby's arm is broken. You wake him up.
It's the right arm.
He sees like half of this dinosaur, like basically bottom of the ribs up, is just gone, and Isaac's arms and legs and whatever wasn't blown to pieces is just scattered everywhere. Lena is laying there like
Diane.
Yes, thank you. Diane is laying there feverish. We're all just saying different names today. It's fine. Diane's laying there feverish. She finished playing it and she kind of collapsed. And I think we're going to like kind of soft cut to like days later from there. Cool?
Oh my
Now that you guys can take a deep breath, we are kind of long on time. We're going to do some everyday scenes and call this a chapter. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to compose yourself and then think of an everyday scene.
Might take just a second here. Not
I'd
by
like-
side or nothing. Just
Yep.
I'd like to do everybody see coach.
So I think maybe we're at the hospital with Bobby, right? So let's start with that scene. Get ready another second to kind of get their heads around it. So we cut to the hospital. The doctor puts up an X-ray and he says, "Yep, absolutely broken. 2 different spots up here, and you know like your whole family, your friends are there. The coach is there.
Is Roger there?
Yeah, Roger's there. He's a good
Okay.
friend. Yeah. You tell me who's at your
Roger's for sure there.
who's at your hospital
My
room.
funeral.
Yeah, your career's funeral.
My
Right.
wake.
So he puts it up there and he says, "This will probably take. I'd want to have you in a cast for at least probably the next 12 weeks or so to get this right and properly healed." And there's a calendar right next to the wall that says like spring training circled. All
On the
baseball
doctor's
season.
calendar.
yeah. Right. So we see Bobby, and we see that he's gonna be in a cast for the next 3
Yeah, I don't
months.
get to play baseball this year.
Yep. And the coach is like, "You just worry about getting rested up. We'll figure out how to get you back in the game as
Can
soon
I
as
play baseball next year?
you can play baseball any year you want, buddy.
Just not this year.
It's probably not this year. Well, maybe this summer. Maybe this summer when you're 16, we'll get you taken care of. You just rest up. Make sure you're
I grab my baseball and Terry, I guess this makes you the captain. And I hand him my baseball.
The
And
blonde
coach
kid-
takes it and says, "That's not really how this works."
The blonde kid comes out of nowhere from California. He's like,
The
"Yoink."
California boy goes,
No.
"Guess I'm starting this year." Right. Is there anything else you want from your everyday scene?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
that nails it.
Yeah, and for a brief, there's a scene, right? This moment where you have your dad on one side of your hospital
And
bed
mom's on
and
the
your
other
mom on the
side.
other side, and they both have hands on your
This is
shoulders
the last time I'm gonna be in the same room with both of them.
without them fighting.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And so they look at each other, and for a brief moment, Christy sees that the marriage isn't over, and it's totally over. We're gonna see that in your scene when we come back. All right, who wants next everyday scene, real quick?
I think it'll be, because it's a couple days later at nighttime, just after the shop is closed.
Maybe you just got back from the hospital,
Yeah.
Bobby. Okay. Actually, that would probably not be a couple days later. Yeah, so we'll just still after shop is closed and stuff.
Dad,
Yes, son.
it's been a weird couple of days.
I don't doubt that one bit. I can't believe your friend Bobby was so injured. What were you guys doing at that farm?
Also, wasn't he supposed to come pick us up?
No.
No.
He
We
offered
changed.
to.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
he
changed it.
offered
Cool.
to,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Bo was sitting there for hours.
You said he fell from a tree during a camping trip?
Yeah. We were just climbing around, and Bobby was doing what he always does, being the cool guy that he is.
Listen.
And then he just fell.
Listen,
But
Ethan,
not very
I know you're growing up. You're growing up way too fast. For me, at least, but time always presses on. I didn't really mind that you kind of just went camping without telling me, son, but you can tell me those things. I don't mind it. I was worried sick when you didn't come home that night.
I know, Dad.
And I know I gave you an earful about this the other day, but I just worry so much about you. Because if anything were to happen to you, I'd be all alone.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, son.
Do you still want to go looking at those lights in Vegas?
I couldn't think of anything more I'd rather do.
Okay. Can we go tonight?
Of course we can. Do you want to bring any of your friends?
Yeah. I'll call them and see if they can.
Deal. Scene?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to cut back to either Christy or Terry. Sorry, what did you say one more time, just in case a mic didn't pick it up?
It doesn't matter.
Abby's been broken.
Yeah, my character's fine.
Yeah, Abby is just zero fucks to give about this story in the game anymore.
Like I knew this was gonna happen. I'm just
You
mad
just
about it.
Don't know what you're gonna feel like when it does. So one of you two, I think we could do a scene in Vegas real quick or something. That might make better sense for Terry.
Oh, are we in
Yeah.
Vegas?
We could do that if you wanted to go with Ethan. I think that would be a cool everyday scene.
I think we're all going with Ethan.
Is
Mine's
Brian there?
I don't.
Yes.
You guys tell me a lot.
Brian's
of stuff.
there.
I was
Brian's-
thinking mostly like maybe seeing Stacy or something, but yeah, we
oh
could
no,
do.
fuck that.
Is Stacy
Stacy's
there?
dead to me.
Yeah, Stacy's in Vegas. That's why I was just thinking if you wanted to end with that scene.
Sure. We can
Christy, we're gonna go back to home. Right. So, as we see Bobby and Christy rolling back up, we see as they're pulling in, there's also a moving truck out front of the house, and we see, we get out of the car. Bobby's in like this hard sling. He's got this stupid cast on. Yep, can't really move. It's like supported by a body brace and all that stuff. He looks like that hospital bed gurney, just he can walk around.
Spike did write her phone number on my cast.
She signed your cast
'cause
with your
we
phone
both,
number,
We both
yeah.
we both got casts.
Yep, perfect. I love it. Right.
I'm glad
so,
you get something out of this. My family's
lose
falling
a lot.
apart.
I
love
lose
it.
so much
I love
more.
it. So you walk in, and the house is boxed up. Like at least half of the stuff is boxed up.
What do I know? Like, do I know that we're gonna be moving in different places, or is that what have they told us?
This is all very sudden. They haven't talked.
Okay.
They haven't decided that the kids are worth telling all the details.
our parents,
This is the
man.
80s too.
I
Yeah.
agree with them.
Yeah. So about half the house is boxed up. There's movers in here, and you just step in, and all of a sudden this house is not your home anymore.
Mom, Dad, why is everything in boxes?
Well,
Is it
sweetie,
Christmas?
it is Christmas, Bobby. But
Fuck
now
my head. Oh.
we're gonna have some changes around here. There won't be a tree this year. There won't be any. There's still gonna be presents.
That's not
Don't
Christmas.
you worry about that. But me and your mom, well, we're getting a divorce.
What do you mean?
Sweetie, things haven't been very good around here lately, and me and your dad have been fighting an awful lot, and we're tired.
Well, what does this mean for us?
We're gonna figure that out.
Wait,
But sweet, just don't worry about the details.
where
Your
are we
dad and I-
going?
I'm gonna move out.
Okay, so where do we go? Are we here? Do we see you? What happens?
You're gonna stay with your dad until I get my situation figured out. And I will definitely. I've already looked at some places. I have a place picked out. It has some guest rooms, one for you and Bobby. And you guys can come visit, and we'll figure out what days that are. I'm still living in Boulder City. I'm still working.
What do you mean I get to come visit you? Why can't you just live here?
Sweetie, we're gonna talk about this. Okay? We're just gonna let Mom move out, and then we'll talk about this over the next couple of days, okay?
I mean, no, it's not okay.
Christy, this is the way it's gonna be. Okay? Your mom made choices, and now she is gonna live with those choices. Because your actions have consequences. Isn't that right, Bobby? You go climbing trees and you fall out of them and you break your arm.
those
It seems like
actions.
you made some choices too. You're
Listen.
deciding that she has to leave.
She decided for me.
I don't. No.
Your mom decided that there are men more important in her life than I. And she kind of cuts him off. She's, is it Bill? Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah. She goes, Bill, what the fuck? We were going to talk about this later. Do not bring this up in front of our kids. Christy, either help your mom load up the truck with these movers or go to your room.
I go
And
to
at this
my room.
point, the house phone rings. And it's Jeff calling
Hey, guys.
to see who wants to go to Vegas.
I don't
Can-
want to be in this house anymore.
Can
so-
I call
Yeah,
instead
absolutely.
of Jeff?
Whatever, yeah. Jeff is ready. He's standing
on
by
the
the
other
phone,
line.
ready. Yeah,
He's
you
like
guys are on the
shouting
two lines.
encouragements.
Yeah, just like getting ready to like in case the parents need to talk
So wait,
to an adult.
you run upstairs?
Well, not if the
Or
phone
you-
rings.
Whatever.
Fuck,
What do you
I
think?
don't.
If you run upstairs, I'm gonna answer the phone and be like,
Yeah.
Spike?
No,
Yeah.
Bobby, it's Ethan.
Hey, Spike.
No, Bobby. Bobby,
Runs out all kind of pain meds.
Ethan.
Yeah, just don't make fun of Ethan no more, okay?
No, Bobby.
He's a nerd, but he's my nerd.
Hey Jeff, hey Bobby, this is Jeff. I'm also on the line.
Oh, grilled cheeses?
Jesus. Yes, grilled cheeses.
Hey, Bobby, do you want to go look at lights in Vegas?
Yes, I want to go look at lights in Vegas. Like, that was the first thing I wanted to do.
Then, do you want to go now? Ask Christy if she wants to come.
I survey the house and realize that there's any place other than this house is ready for Christy. I'm like, oh, well, we're on our way.
Right.
Bye, Spike.
All right. So I think we'll hard cut to we're at Vegas. It's nighttime. The lights are just blinding the camera.
Mhm.
Right. It's just beautiful. Christy is probably unable to appreciate
Oh, yeah, no.
how gorgeous this
I
setting
don't feel
is.
anything anymore.
Abby, I swear to God. All right, so Bobby.
I'm just plastered out in the back of the van. Just-
Is there a sunroof?
This is the
Yeah,
greatest
yeah.
fucking road trip
It's an
ever.
open sunroof, and you're just like, oh, yeah.
going in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So
Grilled
we're-
cheese in one hand.
He
Oh
made
my
us
God.
grilled cheese to
Oh,
go.
that's funny. So, what? Do you want to have a scene with Stacy, or do you want to have a different scene, or what do you
Sure,
think?
we can have a scene with Stacy.
Did you call her and let her know you're coming to Vegas or something? Or?
Yeah.
All right. So, where would you like to meet her? Like, kind of at a casino or on the strip, or what are you thinking?
Yeah. Like.
Or if you want a different everyday
no,
scene,
no,
we can
I'm
do that
trying
too.
to think of it. But how about just like outside of one of the weird street shows that they do?
Okay, yeah, maybe she's like a street performer because she's kind of homeless, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's dressed up as like this punk, and she's she has the sign next to her that says the amazing Mystique or something, and she's been doing like some basic street magic.
Well,
Right. Yeah.
Gonna Get my mind freaked.
Yeah.
My bean.
Yeah, so you kind of walk up to her and she's like, "Oh, you're interested in the show? Oh, Terry?"
Yeah, I want to see some magic. And
She
pull
kinda-
out. I pull out $6.25.
Yes. And she goes to she has like a deck of cards in one hand and like coin magic in the other hand, and she kind of collects them, and she reaches out for your money and folds it into your hand and leans in and kisses you.
Oh.
I think I almost fall over. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. And like Jeff covers Ethan's
I slam my cheesy hand against the window. Are we in the car? Or are we all out?
I think I'd imagine that we were all like in the car nearby.
Yeah.
I slam.
Yeah.
I think after being shocked and taken aback, he finally regains composure and leans in and kisses her right back.
Okay. And she says, "It's about time you came and visited."
Would have got here a lot sooner, but might take forever on a bike.
Well, maybe next year you'll get a car.
Hopefully.
You gotta save your money.
How are
She
you?
kinda
How you been?
lets go of your hand. She goes, "It's been good. It's been weird, but like a good weird.
Are you safe?
As safe as anyone living, floating around in Vegas can be."
Here, I got you something. It's not romantic. I wasn't expecting this romantic thing. But here, and I'm gonna hand her the hunting knife.
Okay. She's like, "Whoa, this is cool."
Yeah, like I figured you're living out here. You got to be able to protect yourself.
Yeah. And she kind of throws it in the air and catches it, and she's like, "This is a good throwing knife."
Yeah, and I don't know if you'll believe me, but there's dinosaur blood on that knife.
You know, I'm not surprised. And I think we'll call it with that.
Do we get a
See?
scene between Jeff and Brian? Because since he came to Vegas with us?
No, that would be we'd get demonetized.
Did Brian come with?
Oh, for sure. He rode shotgun.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And the whole
You
time
wrote
we're
shot-
like, these guys are good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually see this scene, like the camera pulling out, where we see Terry and Stacy like hug each other for a little while,
Oh.
and then Stacy asks him about these dinosaurs thing is the last kind of line you catch, and then you see like Bobby in the car like trying to figure out how to roll the window down without it hurting.
I'm
And then we
helping
see,
him.
yeah, Christy is just kind of dead inside, like, use the fucking button, dumbass, like, and Ethan is kind of like staring there whimsically at like the magic of
I
the
think
night.
actually in this moment, Ethan's like writing a note to Christy. Is not giving it. I'm not entirely sure he ever will, but like it's like a
Roses
journal note
are
talking
red.
about
Yeah.
how great she is and how she can do everything and how he knows that things are hard, but they'll get better. Like kind of generic stuff.
And there's like portal puns in there if you can,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can sneak
Right down
dinosaur
what
stuff
you
in there. Right. So then as the last shot is like behind the station wagon, kind of what you don't see is like Jeff kind of reach over and just touch Brian's hand a little bit, and Brian pulls it back and looks at him, kind of like eyebrows shrugged, and then he reaches back over and puts his hand in Jeff's hand. And like they kind of make sure that none of the kids can see it, but then we just see this shot of like them holding hands in the Vegas skyline in the background, and we fade to black, and that will be this week's episode of Tales from the Loop. We will see you again next time for chapter 4, the final chapter of our campaign. See you then.
Actually, the last shot of it was just they finished holding hands. And there's
Stop!
A little tiny compy just rose right behind the car.
Yes! Yes! Well, that's very anticlimactic.
We did it!
We'll pretend it was
We protect the
climatic.
kids.
Yes. Dinosaur roar. Right, so you guys...
There it is.
Alright, are we ready? Because
Yes.
we've been recording.
Well,
Probably just to delete all this.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.